Pandora's notes. More ancient than Hestodian writings, Pandora was married to Prometheus, and Pandora created good things, and her name means she who sends up gifts to the heavens from earthling humans. In the older images, which was pre-Hestodian's fable of Pandora, Pandora rises from the earth, bringing birth to humankind, and is not the handiwork of Zeus or a patriarchal belief, but formed by Prometheus from earth in the matriarchal time. So that is saying that the time of the Titans was a matriarchal realm upon our earth, and it's a woman's world. What was will be. Prometheus gave her life from a stolen sunbeam. So the sun, which is soul, father of all soul, and we are a little spark of that soul. So a part of our sort of like part of everything that we are is also connected to the heavens, which is the sun, the moon, the stars. Prometheus gave her naive grace and combined it with genuine feeling. How beautiful, earthling woman. So while the sun is in Sagittarius, what we're doing here with our soul and ego, which is solar plexus, and we've just had that Mars, Sun, combust, cazimi, and conjunction, which is saying to us that very much so that the beliefs, so our soul lives in our pineal gland, and the pineal gland is close to the hippocampus. The hippocampus is sort of like wild imagination, picking up of our feelings. Now, that doesn't mean that it's true. It's just sort of like throwing these images out there, hippocampus. So our time in the house when our soul is influencing our energetic, the source energy influencing our soul and our solar plexus, is about belief. So we're going to concentrate on that. Now, as I was saying with Pandora, let's just carry on. It said that Pandora was artless in nature and heartfelt in all her talents, mother of humankind. This is a very ancient story of earthling woman, which is actually before the Garden of Eden situation with Zeus and co, the fallen angels. And the gene splicing that went on. Now, in Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's version, 1876, the story of Pandora is refused by Prometheus and given to his brother Epimetheus by Zeus, and given an oaken chest embossed with gold over carved figurines, attracting her curiosity. After opening the box, she collapses in despair, and a storm destroys her outside garden. That could mean also our heart garden. So I'm sort of, there's something. The destroyer always has to destroy something. And if he can go for the heart garden, he'll try it. Okay, so Epimetheus appeared, and then Pandora begged Epimetheus to kill her. But hope spoke up from inside the chest, and Pandora released it, and Epimetheus took responsibility also, and forgiveness comes. The myth of Pandora is never settled into one accepted interpretation. That is an interesting thing, because what we're saying here, if you look at my other video where I just explained to you about how binary system is Pandora and Prometheus. They are actually in a binary system, magnetized to each other. In this story, in the scientific physics, what it actually said was the liberation, which is liberation, that is to capture, is the boundaries of the values of Pandora, and they're sort of like the shepherd satellites. Okay, let me just say it one more time. The gravitational potential and the tidal torque generate a decrease in the eccentricities, and science has tried many times in simulations to try and predict the next oscillation of Prometheus and Pandora, but in actual fact they can't, and there's a phenomenon, and the phenomenon is Prometheus and Pandora. Now at this time, Prometheus is at 14 Scorpio and Pandora is at 24 Pisces, and they're actually in a trine. That's what it says in astrology, a trine. So they're both in the house of water, zodiacal water house, and they have a positive, harmonious energy of emotional connection, producing a positive, supportive outcome. Now, it says here, may your choices reflect your hopes. And what I would like us to do, we'll put it this way, what I'm doing is my guidance has led me to follow Prometheus and Pandora. These are the two important aspects that I'm following through this eclipse cycle. So at the moment, Prometheus is actually conjunct Isis, and Isis was at the eclipse door opening in the house of Libra, fate. Now, at this time, Scorpio and Isis, Prometheus and Isis are both in the zodiacal house of Scorpio, which is fixed water. I always say fixed water as ice, and I describe it as an iceberg, very beautiful icebergs. But anyway, Isis is in the house of resurrection, Scorpion, and she is the first to resurrect, and she resurrected Osiris when she cleaved open his coffin inside the damask trunk. Now, her symbol is the breath of life, Ankh. Also, fire cannot breathe without air, and we're in this Aries Libra axis. Isis, she who knows the orphan, she who knows the widow, she who seeks justice for the poor, shelter for her weak, righteousness for her people, a great mother to all. Now it says here, I wrote, she frantically searched and carefully stitched Osiris's body back together, sinew to sinew, joint to joint, limb to torso, and wrapped his body in bandages lovingly, her love undying. Isis sees the connections where others cannot. It is her devotion to search, to look until she sees. I've got a very important thing going on right now, and it's all about death, and I literally am learning as I go. But I want a good death. Two things. I want a good death, and also when I get to the going through the process that occurs once we die, which is almost like another birth, because our spirit becomes everlasting. Our soul, of course, is eternal, and the opportunity is all about, does your star get to live or die? Does it become a part of the cosmos? Does it have an influence, or does it not? Now, don't worry. Well, I don't know what to say. Let's just say you always get another opportunity, and that is when you are reincarnated, or you've dreamed up a better spirit, stronger spirit to bring you through these dark times. So that's, well, I'll just stick to Pandora. And I think that's what I've got. So anyway, Pandora is in a trine to Prometheus. Prometheus is conjunct Isis. They are actually traveling together. Isis is the weaver and the brewer and the baker. So she had powers, and also, of course, she has the power. Her magic is the greatest magic. You know why? Because of her love. Her love is true. It's real. It comes from the heart, and that's what makes it so powerful. Right. And so that is my update to remember for this 18 months eclipse cycle.